More than a week into the war, Iran says a ceasefire isn't an option anymore. Araghchi says the country is prepared to keep fighting until the very end. And with Russia sharing intelligence with Iran, a new question is emerging. How far could this war spread? It has been over a week since the United States and Israel launched joint strikes on Iran. The region is on fire, literally. Tehran's fuel depots are burning. Iran has lost its supreme leader to the strikes, and a new one is yet to be named. Through all of it, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi sat down with NBC News and delivered a message that left little room for interpretation. Speaking on Meet the Press, he shut the door on any ceasefire, and he wasn't subtle about it.
The US and Israel are killing our people. They are killing girl students, They are attacking hospitals. They have already shattered the ceasefire reached to end last year's 12-day war. And now you want to ask for a ceasefire again? This doesn't work like this.
So what does Iran want? Not a pause, not a deal, something permanent.
There needs to be a permanent end to the war. Unless we get to that, I think we need to continue fighting for the sake of our people and our security.
This came just one day after Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian said Iran would stop targeting Gulf neighbors unless they're used to facilitate American or Israeli attacks. He also issued a rare public apology after Iranian strikes killed civilians in Kuwait, the UAE, and Oman. Araghchi, however, framed it differently. Iran wasn't attacking neighbors. He said it was going after American assets that happened to sit on their soil.
We are attacking American bases, American installations, American assets, which are unfortunately located in the soils of our neighbors. We have very brave soldiers who are waiting for any enemy who enters into our soil, to fight with them and to kill them and destroy them.
While the bombs fall, there's a third player worth watching. 4 sources told NBC News on Friday that Russia has been sharing intelligence with Iran, including information that could help Tehran locate American warships in the region. On Sunday, Araghchi confirmed the relationship, though carefully.
A military cooperation between Iran and Russia is not something new. It's not a secret. It has been in the past, and it's still there, and will continue in the future. Well, they are helping us in many different directions. I don't have any detailed information.
Notably, the day the US and Israel launched their joint strikes last week, Moscow condemned the operation immediately, calling it a pre-planned and unprovoked act of armed aggression against a sovereign and independent UN member state. Washington's response to the Russia question has been almost dismissive. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, asked about reports that Moscow gave Iran the locations of US bases, said this:
No one's putting us in danger. We're putting the other guys in danger. That's our job. So we're not concerned about that.
Still, the question of whether Russia has quietly stepped into this conflict not with soldiers, but with information, is one that won't go away. Iran is fighting. Russia is watching. And according to Tehran, that relationship isn't going anywhere. For the first time since this war began, Israel struck the heart of Iran's oil infrastructure. On March 7th, Israeli Air Force jets bombed several fuel storage complexes in Tehran, including depots in the Kuhak, Shahran areas of the capital, and in the nearby city of Karaj. Eyewitnesses on the ground watched flames and thick black smoke rise over the city. According to Iranian state media, an oil depot near Tehran's main refinery complex was hit, though the refinery itself was reportedly spared. The Israeli military was direct about its intent. In a statement, the IDF said,
The military forces of the Iranian terror regime make direct and frequent use of these fuel tanks to operate military infrastructure. Through them, the Iranian terror regime distributes fuel to various consumers, including military entities in Iran. The strike constitutes an additional step in deepening the damage to the military infrastructure of the Iranian terror regime.
IDF spokesman Brigadier General Efi Defrin said the military had, in recent days, moved into a new phase where they aim to target complex infrastructure. The numbers tell their own story. In just 1 week, the Israeli Air Force dropped over 7,500 bombs on Iran. That is twice what Israel dropped during the 12-day war last June. Over 3,400 strikes in 7 days. And then came Netanyahu. In a televised address on Saturday, the Israeli Prime Minister spoke directly to the Iranian people. His message was not subtle.
We have an organized plan with many surprises to destabilize the regime and allow for change. We have many more targets, and I will not detail them here. But to the operatives of the Revolutionary Guards, those who oppress the Iranian people in the streets, I say this: you are also in our sights. The moment of truth is approaching, for we do not seek to divide Iran. We seek to liberate Iran, to free it from the yoke of tyranny, and to live with it in peace. But at the end of the day, liberation from the yoke of tyranny will depend on you, the brave and long-suffering Iranian people.
Israeli officials speaking to Channel 12 went further. One senior security official said,
"There's no deadline for the campaign."
Another said,
"We are optimistic about the ability to cause the regime to collapse."
Meanwhile, in Florida, President Trump addressed Latin American leaders at his Shield of Americas summit.
We knocked out their Air Force. We knocked out their communications, and all telecommunications is gone. 8 months ago, they would have had a nuclear weapon, and, they're crazy, and they would have used it. So we did the world a favor.
Tehran did not go quiet. Iran fired a dozen volleys of missiles at Israel. No injuries were reported in Israel, though one missile damaged a home in the central city of Lod. Hezbollah in Lebanon also launched attacks across the border in a show of solidarity with Tehran. The IRGC announced the 27th wave of Operation True Promise 4, its ongoing campaign of retaliatory strikes against American and Israeli targets.
Our drone units successfully targeted the location where American forces are stationed in Marina, in the vicinity of the buildings of the Warner Brothers Company. Our naval forces, meanwhile, struck the command unit of the 5th Fleet's unmanned surface vessel unit and the military support hangars of American terrorist forces at Salman Port in the Persian Gulf.
The United States reportedly also struck a freshwater desalination plant on Keshem Island. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi responded with fury.
If Mr. Trump seeks escalation, it is precisely what our powerful armed forces have long been prepared for, and what he will get. Responsibility for any intensification of Iran's exercise of self-defense will lie squarely with the U.S. administration.
The stakes in that single sentence are enormous. A war that began between Israel and Iran now threatens to reach into the infrastructure of every country in the Gulf. Iran has not yet struck a desalination plant outside its borders. But its foreign minister has made clear that it believes America opened that door first.